god, here we go. For the first run through. I'm excited for this. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Oh my god. Ooh, leaving. We're starting where we left off of. The suspense. Oh my god. Alright, let's go. Let's get it.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you all. Say that with pride, it's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be in the work.
I'm sorry, this is great, but this camera is giving me nausea.
My life in the dull 9 to 5, I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me. Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble, make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted, but I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth, so my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. My reign like Genghis Khan, soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list, the pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial like master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights boy, run, blue lights boy, chill.
The camera is making me nauseous a little bit. The spitting that they're doing, oh my gosh. Is this where he did Jenny? Is this where he started Jenny? Oh wow.
In the absence of the light, the devil's soul, a seed in either mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The cook to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, heart upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul sold for $1, and keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it, or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Wow. Okay. First of all, we're gonna take a minute. We are gonna redo this. We are gonna redo this because there's a lot to dissect here. Before we do a review, I'm just gonna say the main bits I took. I think that from that first run through, that the camera really complemented it, right? Because we're clearly getting into the mind of Vincent. Vincent's clearly intoxicated, right? And he's out and he's drunk, right? And the camera did an amazing job at simulating being intoxicated. I mean, I felt nauseous watching that, right? Like, I felt nauseous. And I think that having to create the scene where you really feel like you are in that person's shoe, that's an immersive feeling that, like, that was amazing, right? That camera work really performed, right? Really. So that was what stood out from that first go. But now I want to do a second run through because I want to take a minute to actually like listen to the lyrics now, because with all these premieres, like I always like have to get a first look intake, right? And sometimes I don't get to hear the full lyrics, and that's what the second time through is, to really dive into what's being spoken. So now we're gonna see it again. It was 7 minutes, man, that flew by. So now we're gonna paint this picture. We're gonna stop, we're gonna listen, and we're gonna dissect it a second time. Okay. So like I said before, it's really cool that it's like it's finished right at the end. I think they did that with the Jenny and Screech Tales as well, but here we are almost going over the same scene that was in the prologue, right? Of him giving in his money and then stumbling off. And then also having the old music in the background. what I wanted to say actually, during the first run, is how this little plick bit sounded very folk-like. It was almost like a little Irish folk tale, right? That little guitar bit. And then this bit, when he takes the guitar, I don't know if anybody else gets this, but it gives me a throwback to Money Game 1. When he stops the guy and then takes the guitar away. Only in here, he keeps the guitar, but he doesn't give it back. But that whole kind of removing the guitar, it's like a repetitive thing. And I wonder if he did that on purpose to sort of give some type of drawback or some type of reference to some of the themes in Money Game.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great.
So again, this is adding to this theme of monotony, which is what I referenced in the prologue, was with the flashing images going repetitive around and again and again. He is referring to that here, where he's talking about being sick of the same old repetitive nature, and he's drowning in sorrow, and he's sort of like tired of seeing the same thing again and again.
Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be silent when you fed me lies.
So again, I think there is a little bit of a reference here to the Money Game and about being tired of sort of, like, he's referring to Britain, but I think it's more referring to like corporate Britain, which is referring to this whole idea of like being anti-capitalist, being anti-greed, which is Ren's theme that he refers to again and again and again. And so I think there are some themes that are coming in here, but we're seeing more of a personal. I mean, we had that in Money Game 3 where we saw, obviously, with the Jimmy, where we got a personal account of being affected by the Money Game. But I think we're seeing another account to some degree of how greed, capitalism, the government, the system can create a sense of monotony, and because of that can really drive people a bit unhinged a little bit.
I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me.
Yeah, so really disgruntled. Like, this is like having a disgruntled portrait of like being so upset with what the government has done, with what Britain has done. It's like you just don't care to follow the law anymore, follow the rules. And I think there's a sense of personal feelings here, because I think that, you know, he was screwed over by Britain in a sense. He was screwed over by the medical field in Britain, in the sense that they kept misdiagnosing him. They kept not really understanding his case, and that they kept force feeding him medication and pills, and I think Ren did get screwed over, right? And then he now has to suffer the consequences because of the failings of the system.
Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble, make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted, but I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth, so my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan, soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm.
I also think this song represents a lot of people and how a lot of people are feeling, where they're fed up with the government, they're fed up with what the lies that they're told, they're fed up with the propaganda, they're fed up of everything, right? And you know, they're fed up of kind of working so hard and getting nothing in return, right? And I think that these you know, concerns and worries is a common theme for everyone, really, you know. And so I think it's very relatable, right? Especially, I think this is a song for the working class. This definitely seems like a song for the working class, where you work a 9-to-5 job, you put in your hours, you do your time, but the big man upstairs just bleeds you dry, right? This is definitely a song for the working class.
The victim of the victim list, the pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
Also, we're seeing similar behaviors from like Screech, and I think from like Screech's dad, right? And I think this is depicting a life of the working class. Like when you know, typically in lower socioeconomic backgrounds, people can struggle, people can turn to crime, people can feel disgruntled, feel alienated, and then they can act out in violent ways, you know. I think, like Screech, I think Vincent is a product of his environment, right? And I think the environment is not one that is very pleasant. And so now he's lashing out, and people are getting hurt because of it. I think also one thing's great about this is that it's interesting to see the evolution, because when he did the Tale of Jenny and Screech, right, it was just a one-man show, and don't get me wrong, that phenomenal, I've seen that millions of times, and to be able to do such a piece of art as like a one-man person is remarkable. But we now see the evolution, because now we see other people involved. And actually, we'll see that Richard doesn't become someone that he like acts out in terms of the vocal. This becomes an actual person. We see Richard now, right? Richard becomes a visualization, right? And there are other people as well that we can see as well. And I'm also convinced that this right here, maybe from a different angle, is somewhere where he did Jenny. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this place looks like where he filmed The Tale of Jenny and Screech. This just looks very familiar. Or maybe it's Violet. Maybe it's Violet. Maybe this was seen in Violet's tale. Either way, this looks like something that was in The Tale of Jenny and Screech. This sort of scenery. And this bit right here, right? Just aside from the words that he's saying and the message that he's saying in his lyrics, the fucking soul here. The soul. Oh, I think we should. I wanna play that with uninterrupted. But this soul. Oh.
So it goes in the absence of the light. The devil's soul. A seed in idle mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The cook to all made him hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down in that.
Sounds a little bit reggae, actually. We went from soul, reggae, a little bit of each in this.
Shapes him.
That's
he hears
reggae.
The sound of a copper, hot upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror. And swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow. And shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1. And keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was a boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
I love that. I think we're exploring more of Ren's acting in this series, I think. Right? We're seeing really Ren's acting shine through. But again, I think in that last little bit, I think again that points to the propaganda. Like we are fed to kind of keep silent, what we're fed to kind of keep ourselves numb a bit, keep us, mindless, to not ask questions, to not shake up the system. There's a lot of propaganda out there. There's a lot of TV entertainment that will just keep us mindless, not using our mind in an effective way. And I think that leads to a lot of complicity. And I think and like I said, I think that throughout this song, it does reference it. Not only does it tie in similar themes of Jenny and Screech, right? But it ties in the themes that were brought up in The Money Game, right? It's pulling it all. And actually, I would argue it's even bringing in stuff with High Ren, with this battle of our consciousness, right? Of how we're going to deal with people, like letting us down, or that bad voice and that wrestling, right? That wrestling that we have, because clearly Vincent has demons, right, that he's wrestling with and that he's trying to numb down and hide with drinking. So I think that what's great about this series is I think it encompasses themes not just from the Jenny and Screech, but from all over, from the High Ren, from The Money Game, from all of his series. And I think it's like a combination, right? So I'm really excited to see what's to follow. And apparently next is Richard's Tale, which is coming soon. That's well, that's that, guys. That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I think that anybody can see that was phenomenal, right? I appreciate everyone that's been here with me. If you like the reaction, give it a like, subscribe if you want for the next video. Big up for Ren. That was like amazing. I liked it. I hope you liked it too. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Have a good one.